Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Nutty Buddy Nation. Welcome to my channel, Vanessa's Van Life Journey. I am Vanessa, and I live in a van, and I have a camper trailer. My van name is Treasure, and my camper trailer name is Blessings. Girl, I am leaving the Blue Water Casino in Parker, Arizona. Me and Miss Charlene spent the night at the hotel. I had a complimentary night coming to me, and so we took advantage of it, and now we're getting ready to head to Lake Havasu. It is cold. I think Charlene said it was 42 degrees. It's like, I don't know if it's 9 or 10 in the morning. But we're going to go find us some BLM land to park on for a couple of days. And we're going to ride the ferry in Lake Havasu. We're gonna go take a walk. Hopefully it warms up today. Yesterday it was a pretty day, y'all. So hopefully it warms up today like it did yesterday. And we're gonna go get us something to eat too. We were just about to go get something to eat at the casino, but the attendants didn't seat us, and we was just standing there, and they was checking somebody else out, and it was taking too long. I said, girl, let's get on the road, because 10, 15, 20 minutes, we could be halfway to where we at. So we just gonna get something to eat, go somewhere and get something to eat. And they'll probably have some better restaurants in Lake Havasu. We want to try some different restaurants anyway. My engine is seeming idled up. We want to try some different restaurants anyway in Lake Havasu. So I'm going to see who serves breakfast. They might have a Waffle House. Or something. And then we have to go to Walmart when we get to Lake Havasu. Y'all know how I be posting stuff on my community posts? I was typing this morning motivational message on my community post this morning, and then my alarm went off on my phone, so I had to turn the alarm off. Then when I went back to finish typing the message, girl, it had disappeared. So y'all know I be writing long motivational messages. Girl, I had wrote a long message, and it was good and motivating, and it just disappeared. So I guess I'll talk to y'all about that right now, but y'all let me know in the comments bar below if y'all want me to also talk about the motivational messages, or give you a motivational encouraging word within my vlogs every day. But I was talking about starting over. Today is a new day, and how not letting tomorrow overshadow today. Every day is a new day to give you a new start, to give you a reset. And I know a lot of us in life have had childhood traumas. I know a lot of us in life have had parents who did not teach us anything, were struggling with life themselves, and they were not equipped to teach you and raise you up for you to even be equipped in the world. I know, my dad was an alcoholic. My mom was a teenage mom. She has been through things in life that she has never talked about, and have not used those things that she went through to educate her children on life in general. And so that doesn't equip you for life when you have to learn everything the hard way. And a lot of us had to learn everything the hard way. A lot of us come from toxic environments, and we were trained up a certain way. And we have to, when we get old, we're behind the people who equip their children, who nourish their children and love their children and gave them a good foundation to start on and to build on. They're ahead of the people that were raised in domestic violence situations, that weren't taught anything. They're ahead of us. And so we as adults, we have to backtrack in order to get ourselves on good standings. We have to backtrack. We have to retrain our thoughts. It's a learning curve. And if you get caught up in the same cycle that your parents get caught up in, now you're going to be even farther back, and you're repeating the cycle because if you have children, you're doing the same thing to your children, and you're not teaching them anything because you don't know anything. And so, sometimes in life, you guys, no matter how long it takes you to get to that point of realizing that this process of life is not working for you, the way you were taught is not working for you, even having self-destructive behaviors, even repeating some of the behaviors that your parents had. Some of us may have had an alcoholic mother, an alcoholic father, an alcoholic grandparents, and then you turn to alcohol as adults. Some of us may have had parents who were hooked on drugs, and then you turn to drugs. Some of us may have had parents fathers and mothers who, were either being domestically violent or being a product of the domestic violence, and then we find ourselves in those same situations, repeating a cycle. But I am here to tell you that every day is a new day, you guys. And no matter how long it takes you to come to the realization that you could change your future, no matter how long it takes you to come to the realization that life is too short, and your mama and your daddy didn't teach you, they didn't sow into you, but now it's your responsibility to figure this stuff out. And sometimes we need to restart, we need to reset, we need to retrain ourselves to the proper way of thinking. That's why it's so important to get into the Word of God, because a lot of parents live their lives void of God. A lot of parents didn't have God in their lives, and so they didn't give you the foundation of biblical teaching. The Bible says, train up a child in the way that they should go, so when they get old, they won't depart from it. And a lot of people didn't have God, didn't know God, didn't seek Him, didn't trust Him, didn't have a personal relationship with Him. So they didn't teach their children anything about God because they weren't following after Him themselves. So I just want to encourage y'all today that no matter what you've been through in life, no matter what you're going through right now, today may be the worst day of your life, but tomorrow can be the best day of your life. Another thing I had said in the post that I was posting was, it's all about perception. Like, the way that you perceive stuff and the way that you choose to deal with stuff is gonna determine like how your outlook on things. A lot of people really don't believe that half the battle is in their outlook. Once you change your outlook, once you realize that you done made it through worse times than this and God done brought you through, when your outlook is changed, then your situation is going to not be as daunting as it is, because you know it's hope. But when you look at something like it's no hope and like this is the worst thing that could ever happen to me, then you look at it like, okay, this is the end, when there's never an end. Like, there's always endless possibilities of God providing for you and working out that situation. I was there before, where I felt like certain situations in my life that it was the end, and I wanted to give up because I felt like it was the end. But through hitting rock bottom and giving it all to God, and Him training me, training my way of thought, my way of thinking, training me to know that I can trust in Him and I can depend on Him and I can lean on Him. Once I did hit rock bottom, that took me through a process where I had to learn to depend and trust in God, because I didn't have anything else. I didn't have anything else, and I didn't have anyone else, and I didn't have anyone in my life previously who demonstrated hitting rock bottom and trusting and turning to God 100% and having a right relationship with Him. And so I had to learn that on my own, and God taught me that. God walked me through the steps. He put things in my path. He put literature in my path. I tell you guys all the time, it was a series that I ordered from Dr. Tony Evans, and I think it cost like $100 or $200, maybe even $300. I don't remember, y'all. It was expensive, but it was a whole series. I can't even remember the name of it, and I listened to it over and over and over again, and let that seep down into my spirit. The book Pigs in the Parlor came into my presence, and I began to read the book Pigs in the Parlor, and that began to help me to understand who I was in Christ, the power I have over my situation, the power I have over Satan, the power I have in my life to take control of my life. And feeling like you're at rock bottom and feeling like this is it doesn't have to be that way if you change your perspective. So I hope this message, I've been posting stuff on my community posts. I read somebody's comment today and said, Vanessa, please pray for me. I needed to hear this message, and I needed this encouragement. And I just want to encourage you guys, no matter what you are going through, no matter how you feel, no matter who has abandoned you, no matter if you're lonely, no matter if you're broke, no matter if you're homeless, it doesn't matter your situation. You're gonna overcome that situation. You're gonna overcome that situation. You cannot accept defeat. I'm gonna repeat that. You cannot accept defeat. Satan wants us to accept defeat. That's why he throws obstacles at you, because he know you weak. He know you don't have the proper tools to fight the things that, you know, he was working with your parents. He was working on them so they wouldn't be proper parents. So he know you're not equipped with the tools and the knowledge and the wisdom to fight him. But that's why you have to get into the Word of God, and that's why you have to trust Him, believe in God, believe in the Word. And if you don't understand the Word of God when you read it, you guys, I know a lot of people can't understand the King James Version Bible, so they get these other versions of the Bible, that make it supposed to make it plainer to them, but it really, really, really dilutes, in my opinion, the Word of God. Even though I know the King James Version Bible is also a translation, I love the King James Version translation. So I'm going to suggest you guys, if you have any other Bibles, any other translations, get rid of them. Get you a King James Version Bible and keep reading the scriptures over and over and over again that you don't understand, and ask God to give you an understanding of those scriptures, and He will. And those scriptures are going to begin to speak to you, give you the wisdom and the knowledge. It is nothing. The Bible says that it is nothing that has happened before in the world that hasn't happened before. And so everything that you're going through right now, that you think ain't nobody else went through, and you think it's the worst thing in the world, girl, Moses, Paul, Joseph, Jesus, everybody done been through something that you done been through. They done been through temptation. They done been through ridicule. Jesus was crucified. You know, we being talked about and trolled and hated on. Jesus was crucified. Like, people seen Him working miracles. People, you're not the only person doing good and turn around and try to make your good. The Bible say the devil don't have nothing good to say. The Bible say the devil will take those things that are good and call them evil, and those things that are evil, he will try to call them good. So the devil been doing that for years and years and years and years. And people, I get people coming to my channel, people coming to my comments and telling me, you talk about Satan too much. You talk about Satan too much. Satan is real. He is real. And nobody is talking about Satan. Nobody is teaching you how to put Satan to flight. Nobody is teaching you that you have power over Satan. I'm going to keep talking about Satan, because I'm going to keep telling you that Satan is a liar. He is the father of lies. God spoke of Satan. Go to the Bible. Don't let people, y'all, don't let people tell you what to do. Somebody posted a comment on the channel the other day and say, I hope this is the last time you speak of Satan. The devil wants me to not talk about Satan no more. The devil wants me not to teach people that they have power over Satan. The devil, God didn't tell me not to talk about Satan. Go to the Bible and see how many times God says Satan and devil. God talked about Satan. The Bible is full of God talking about Satan. The Bible is full of the disciples. I am a disciple of Christ. It is my job to talk about the devil. It is my job to make people aware that you are an overcomer through Christ. I ain't giving the devil no power. When I talk about Satan, I'm not giving him no power. I'm teaching people how to overcome Satan, to overcome trials and tribulations. But the devil don't like it. And the devil will call those things that are evil good, and those things that are good evil. It's a good thing for a Christian to let their light shine, to talk about Satan, to show that they are defeating Satan, and to teach others how to defeat Satan. But Satan don't want more people to know how to defeat him. They don't want more. Satan don't want more people to know that they are overcomers and they have power over him. So Satan want to tell you, you talking about Satan too much. You giving the devil power. I ain't giving the devil no power over my life. The devil don't have the power over my life. The devil ain't victorious over my life. And I'm going to continue to talk about Satan. And I'm going to continue to talk about God. And I'm going to continue to tell people and show people that they have power over the devil. The only person that wants you to stop talking about Satan is Satan. You can overcome whatever it is that you are going through in your life, you guys. You can overcome whatever it is that you are going through in your life. And don't let Satan convince you that, oh, look at all these vintage cars. They must be going somewhere. Don't let Satan convince you that this is the end. Don't let Satan convince you that you are not loved. Don't let Satan convince you that this situation is not going to remedy itself and that you don't have no hope. Don't let Satan convince you of that. Put your hope in God. When you are weak, God is strong. We are weak. Like, it's going to be some times in your life where you can't and don't feel like going on. But that's when your relationship with God and your faith in God comes in. Like, whatever it is I'm going through, when I feel like I am weak, when I feel like I can't go no farther, when I feel like I can't take no more, girl, I get in my bed, I lay on my stomach, and I cry out to God. I am not ashamed to admit that sometimes life gets to be too much. I don't care how strong you are. People always say, oh, Vanessa, you're so strong. Oh, Vanessa, you're so wise. But they do not realize, and this is why I talk about this kind of stuff on my channel, because when people look at strong people, they think that they are not strong. Because you think because you're going through stuff and because you feel weak and because you're crying, you're not strong. But I come on here and I be vulnerable with you guys to let you guys know even a strong person has moments. That's how you get strong. You get strong by overcoming. You don't stay where you at. Everybody has moments when they cry. Everybody has moments when they weak. Everybody has moments when they defeated. Even the strong people. And the strong people get stronger by taking time to cry. I cry my tears, y'all. I cry my tears. I pray. I talk to God. I turn it over to God. I am never, ever going to stop doing it. And I'm never going to make somebody think that life is just all about roses and chocolate. No. Life is about struggles, heartaches, pains. Life is about falling and getting back up. And so you stay encouraged and you keep the faith and you start creating routines in your life to put God first, to stay connected with Him, to build your faith. Because if you hit rock bottom and you don't have no faith, then it's going to be hard for you to get up. People want to know, how do you get back up from this? Your faith is what's going to get you up. If you don't have faith the size of a mustard seed, if you don't know that God is good, if you don't know that He done seen you through everything else in your life and He gonna see you through this, then you're gonna stay down. I fall down. Yeah, situations happen to get me down, but I'm never, stay down. Why? Because God is good, God is love, and God has shown me and taught me that He is the way, the truth, and the light. I'm looking for some BLM land for me and Miss Charlene to camp at for the next few days. I just seen some, but I don't know how far it is from town. I want to find BLM land that is close to town as we possibly can get, because we still want to partake in some things in town. We're gonna go to Ross. There's a Macy's, I think. There's a JCPenney's in town. She thought all JCPenney's had closed down, but obviously not. There's a JCPenney's here. Of course, there's a Walmart, and we're just gonna spend the next couple of days because we're waiting. To stay in town because there's some things that we want to partake in. So, yeah. But anyway, y'all, I hope this message encouraged you guys in some shape, form, or fashion. If it did, leave it in the comments bar below and let me know how it encouraged you. And let me know if you want me to have more conversations like this throughout my vlogs. And I appreciate you guys for allowing me a platform where I can be vulnerable, for allowing me a platform where I can share the things that I have been through in life to hopefully encourage and motivate some of you guys. I love you guys. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I know there are a lot of people out there that have hurts and pains, and we didn't have anybody to teach us how to navigate those things. It's a lot of people that give in to those hurts and pains and lose their lives because they gave in and they didn't think it was no hope. It is my mission, it is my job to try to encourage people and motivate people. That's what I'm here for. That's what I want my life mission to be. If I can keep one person from giving in to self-harm, if I can keep one person, if I can help one person to know that they can make it, if I can help one person to know that they are going to make it, it's worth it. And I don't care. You know, I'm not seeking after fame. I'm not seeking after fortune. I want to be comfortable in life. I want to be able to afford the things that I want to work hard for the things that I want in life, but I don't have to seek for fame and fortune and have excess. I want God to bless me where I'm a blessing, you know, and I feel like I'm a blessing every day of my life in some shape, form, or fashion to somebody by encouraging people, by waking up and keeping the faith and letting people know that they're going to make it through, and just by trying to help others that I come across in my path, speaking life into people. The Bible says life and death is in the power of the tongue. We have power in our tongues to speak life and to speak death. A lot of people use their tongues to tear people down, to try to destroy people. But we need to be the change we want to see in the world. And you don't need to focus on what other people are using their tongues for. You need to focus on what you are using your tongue for. I think that was a place back there with some BLM land, and I think